Just Dance 2 is the sequel to the very popular first game, aptly named Just Dance. Now, I mentioned this on the review for Just Dance. I was really disappointed that Lady Gaga's song, Just Dance, wasn't in the original game, but I figured it wasn't as popular when they were coding it, or it was just too expensive for a new series. However, this time they knew they had a hit on their hands, and they didn't include it in this one either. You know, they don't have to have the original song. Even a cover version would have been nice. It's just so odd that they have all these great songs this time around, and they missed an obvious one. This one's played just like the first game. You watch people on screen and you imitate their dance moves. This game is all about memorization. They'll give you hints on what's coming up, but you're still going to need to memorize the dance moves. This time around, the game shows you where your hand should be, so it's easier to follow along with the moves. One of the best parts of this title is the fact that you only need to use the Wiimote, and not the Wiimote and nunchuck. It makes doing the gestures easier to do, because you don't have the nunchuck getting in the way. The motion controls work perfectly in this game. It read every motion and gesture I made, and even more impressively, it did it without needing the Wii Motion Plus device. They had a good range of songs to choose from, as young and old players will recognize them instantly. For the younger crowd, they have songs like When I Grow Up by the Pussycat Dolls and TikTok by Key $Sha. Keisha? And for the people who grew up in the 80s like me, they have Walk Like an Egyptian by the Bangles and Wake Me Up Before You Go by Wham! I still play that song in my car to this day. It is awesome! There were a lot of great songs to choose from, and there was even an option to buy more songs to add to your track list, but more on that later. Each of the songs will show you how much technique and effort that will be needed, so if you want an easy to dance song, you can simply look at the list and choose the appropriate song. Just like in the first game, all the songs are available to play right out of the gate. But this time they add to the replayability by adding in different modes to play the game. In the single player mode, there are different ways other than just playing the regular game. There's also a mode where you can play non-stop, and a melody mode that will mix 5 songs together. Another fun one is the duet mode, where you and another player have specialized moves which would often correspond with each other. There's also an exercise mode, which will let you track the energy you put out, and it gives you goals to achieve while you're dancing to the songs. There's also a party mode, which has different objectives to win. They range from getting the highest score to following the instructions on the screen like a Simon Says game. Lastly is the team mode, which supports up to 8 players. It plays a lot like the party mode, and they take each of the players' scores and make that part of the team's score. This time around there are downloadable songs to add to your track list. They do offer a couple of them for free, but most of them are 300 Wii points. I wish you had the ability to hear the songs before you downloaded them, like you did with the regular songs in the collection. Some of them were covered versions, and I like to hear what their version sounds like before I spend money on them. Just Dance 2 was a worthy successor to the original. It's just as much fun to play, and the song lists are very enjoyable to listen to. The much improved motion tracking has made this a fantastic title to play, and you should absolutely buy it now.